Yo, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Tech 2000. My name is Blake. I am your host, and in today's video, we're gonna be talking a little bit about the Xbox 360 and the Xbox 360 store shutting down. Last video about this I was really just going through the games and stuff, but today we're holding Xbox accountable. So, my thing is, um, Xbox has always been they've been preaching this whole let me just move that a little bit. Ooh, did I move it the wrong way? I don't know. Anyways, they've been preaching for the last I don't know, maybe really ever since they started doing backwards compatibility on the Xbox One. They've been kind of preaching about the whole game preservation thing, and to me, as of right now, that kind of just seems like bullshit. Because, alright, if you remember 2021, the PlayStation 3, PS Vita, and PSP store were all about to shut down, and fans of those consoles and people who still avidly play on those consoles were rightfully so pretty pissed off about what Sony was doing with their older consoles, whether it be a home console or a handheld console. People were pretty pissed off, and Sony saw that everybody was pissed off, and Sony doesn't really put on the mask. They don't put on the facade that they give a shit about game preservation, because I mean, yeah, the PS5 can play basically every PS4 game, uh, but it can't play PS3 games. It can't play PS2 games. Um, and I'm like 99% sure it can't play PS1 games. Uh, of course, there are exceptions to this, such as like some games are in the PlayStation Store. Some of them might show up to be played on the cloud or something. Um, and if y'all hear all that, I'm sorry about that. It's thundering real bad and raining real hard. I did not mean to go to the Avatar store, but whatever. But anyways, people were really pissed off about Sony doing that, and they backtracked on their decision to shut the store down because everybody was rallying for the stores not to be shut down. I mean, Xbox is doing the exact same thing here, and where's all the people complaining like they were 3 years ago for the PlayStation? Where's all the people in a fit of rage right now because the 360 store is shutting down? I mean, this is one of the most beloved consoles of all time, probably the most beloved Xbox of all time, one of the best selling consoles of all time, and nobody really seems to be mad that they're shutting the store down like they were when Sony wanted to shut the PlayStation 3 store down. And I mean, maybe it's because it's been 3 years now, and I mean, I guess maybe people have changed their minds over the last 3 years. I'm not sure. Uh, but just like the PlayStation 3, there's a lot of games on there that are over here that are digital only and never made it to the new consoles, and they never will, and they will be lost forever in time because of the store shutting down. And PlayStation really, they didn't fully backtrack on their decision. They just, I believe they shut down. I believe they shut down the Vita store, but they kept the PS3 and PSP store running. Um, which is kind of a weird, weird move, but I mean, is what it is. I made a video about this in 2021. Um, so basically, what they did, they didn't fully shut the store down, but they made it harder to buy games on the PlayStation 3 or the PSP or whatever. Um, so basically, now for the PS3, you have to like add funds on your PlayStation app, or like on a different PlayStation. You can't just natively buy a game. You have to add stuff to your wallet on your PlayStation account to be able to buy something. Like, you can't just put your card info in like you used to be able to. Um and it's just a little bit more of a process to buy stuff on the PlayStation 3 store now than it used to be. Which, I mean, fair enough, I guess. It's at least it's still running. Xbox 360 store isn't gonna be running in, let's see, it is the 22nd at 3:40 in the morning as at the time of recording this. So it will not be a thing anymore in 1 week. 1 week, you will not be able to go through any of this stuff on here. Buy any avatar stuff or anything like that. I went on here and I did buy a couple more things after the last video. I bought maybe like 2 more games. I bought some avatar stuff, just, you know. Doritos Crash Course is actually one of the ones, like, you'll never be able to play this again if you don't download that right now. You have to download that right now, or else you'll never be able to play that again. And the DLC too. Harm's Way, that was free. I don't think that's on anything else. What else did I buy? I bought Red Faction Gorilla for like a couple bucks. I mean, it's just, I find it really, really weird that we didn't give Sony a pass in 2021, but we're just like all quietly kind of giving Xbox and Microsoft a pass for this, even though Sony isn't the ones that's like, oh, we need to preserve our games, like, we need to keep these games alive as long as we can. And Xbox is saying all this stuff, and come to think of it now, Xbox has done a pretty good job with their backwards compatibility. There's like, I don't know, maybe fucking 60, 80 original Xbox games at the most that you can play on the new consoles. There's like maybe like 300 Xbox 360 games you can play, probably, I think. And I mean, cool, but the way the backwards the backwards compatibility works on the newer Xboxes. It's not hardware backwards compatibility, it's software backwards compatibility. Meaning, if the game is backwards compatible, you put the disc in, you can download a lot of them on there, of course. Game Pass or just buy them. But you can't do every 360 or every original Xbox game. So the way it works is you put a disc in, and instead of actually like reading the disc, it kind of just reads to check the license, and it'll take the license, and if it's backwards compatible, god damn, I'm getting tongue twisted. If it is backwards compatible, it pulls the license and basically downloads it from the Xbox store. And if you put the disc in, it'll be able to tell that you want to play that game, because if you could just download a game without buying it, but it's not going to let you play it because you don't own the license to it. So the way they do it, it downloads the game fully when you put the disc in the first time. You take the disc out, you can't play it without the disc. So when you put it back in, it just reads the license. It doesn't actually read the game. You're not playing it off of the disc necessarily. It's just like pulling it from the Microsoft store, and you're playing it as if you downloaded it off of the Microsoft store, if that makes sense. So the backwards compatibility is not really what it's made out to be. It would be a lot better if it was hardware backwards compatibility, because you would be able to play literally everything, pretty much like how the original PS3 was. The original PS3, okay, let's backtrack a little bit. The original PS2 and the PS2 Slim basically had an entire PS1 in it. So it was able to play PS1 games as well as PS2 games. And then the PS3 came out, and the PS3 originally had hardware backwards compatibility, and then it also had a version with software backwards compatibility. And there was not that many games that you couldn't play with the software backwards compatible one, but you could play most games. So pretty much what I'm saying is hardware backwards compatibility is the way to go. And Xbox hasn't done that, and they're pretty much taking away like a lot of games that you can't get anymore, and games that you still can get on disc or whatever, but like, even though you can get some of these games or a lot of these games on disc, the thing is the prices right now on eBay and stuff are ridiculous. Like, absolutely ridiculous. And it's only because the store's shutting down. There's no other reason. It's literally only because the store's shutting down. And why is it taking me to the Avatar store? Okay. Did I do that again on accident? I don't know. But anyways, so the way the PS3 was, it had the PS3 part of the motherboard, and then it also had like the PS2 part of the motherboard. So it was able to play PS1, PS2, and PS3 games. And then eventually it wasn't backwards compatible anymore, sadly. And a lot of the times the reason for, like, so the reason a lot of games aren't backwards compatible for the Xbox Series X from the 360 and the original Xbox is because of, like, licensing and stuff like that. Like, a lot of games have been delisted over the years, and I mean, there's probably a lot more to come. And I mean, so, like, Forza Horizon 2, look at this. You can't even buy this shit anymore, because every year when they drop a new Forza game, they delist the old one because the license runs out, and they don't want to have to pay the license again to be able to put that on the store. So the licensing, they have to license literally every single car in the game. Dodge, Lambos, Chevy, fucking GMC, whatever, Ford. So they have to license every single car in the game, and they just don't want to pay it again once the new Forza game comes out. So they delist it off of the store. Like, even if I go on the newer Xbox, I can't buy Forza Horizon 2 on there. Like, if you have the disc, fine, whatever, you're good to go. But you can't buy this on the digital store anymore because it's delisted. And there's, like, a lot of games like that. But yeah, man, I mean, it's really just like, why are we attacking Sony over this and not coming after Microsoft? Like, I mean, I know there are Xbox 360 games available on the newer consoles, on the digital stores, and PlayStation doesn't really have that yet. But I still think we should keep that same energy with Xbox. I mean, they're the ones prancing around talking about, oh, we need to preserve these old games. I mean, like, they're not putting forth the effort to show us that they actually want to preserve these old games. Because, like, there's so many games on here. Hold on. Let me go to the arcade part. There's, like, a shit ton of arcade games that you'll never be able to play again once this shit shuts down. And I mean, like, honestly, it's whatever, but people are being hypocritical about the situation, in the sense that I've seen the exact same YouTubers that were attacking Sony, talking shit about Sony in 2021 when they wanted to shut down the PS3 and the PSP and the PS Vita stores. And they didn't even fucking bat an eye when Microsoft said they were shutting down the Xbox 360 store. They were just like, oh, here's all the games you need to go buy before the store shuts down. Oh, like, go buy all these Avatar skins and all this shit. Like, no. Keep that same energy, bro. Keep the same energy. Because I guarantee if it was Sony doing this, y'all would be having a fucking bitch fit right now. And I promise you that. I don't know. I don't really know where this video's gone. I'm gonna make another video about what you should buy off of the store. Both of these videos will probably be posted on the same day. Because I mean, I'm still glad that some of this shit's on sale. And also, another thing is like, why are some of these games still like full fucking price? Like, these motherfuckers literally own Activision. They own this shit. They own Treyarch. Like, and you're telling me this shit is fucking $50? Like, no, there's more. Like, you're telling me I gotta pay $20 for fucking Injustice? Or, hold on. Let's see. How much is this? Fucking $20 for Skate 3. Rock Band. Let's see how much this shit is. Oh, it's free. Oh, wait. That's not the right. This isn't the full game, is it? Is it? Oh, shit. Alright, well. Okay. They got one on me, alright? I don't know. Fucking $20 for Battlefield 3. Like, this is the last week that the Xbox 360 store, or the Xbox 360 marketplace, will ever be open again for the rest of all of our lives. And they were talking about, oh, we got this whole big sale going on. And yeah, there's a lot of cool games that I did buy and they were on sale and they were really cheap. But I feel like they can do better. I really do. Because there is more games that are not on sale than are on sale. $12 for Gears of War. You guys literally own Gears of War. You can make that shit free. Like, bro, they could probably make every single game on here 50 cents or like even fucking 25 cents. And you know what? They would probably make a fucking profit off of that, because before they announced the store was shutting down, who the fuck realistically was buying games on the Xbox 360 marketplace in 2024? Nobody. So I really feel like if they want to do like one last hoorah, they need to do it within the next couple of days. Like, dude, for fuck's sake, we only have 7 days left before this shit completely shuts down forever. Like, how much is Fallout New Vegas? $10. It's not terrible, bro, but I bought this shit for like $2 on disc. Like, I really feel like you can do better. Like Ninja Gaiden is like fucking $30. Like, no, I really feel like they could do better than this, but they're not. Like, Ridge Racer, $20, man. Like, really? I really feel like they could do better. Like, this is the last few days that the 360 store is available. Like, please, man, just like, I understand the developers have to make money, but I guarantee you they were making like less than nothing off of fucking 360 marketplace sales in the last. They've probably been making next to nothing on this shit since like at least 2019, maybe before. 2019's a fucking stretch, to be honest. Like, probably closer to like 2017. Like, I doubt people have been buying a shit ton of games on this before they announced the deals and announced like that the store was shutting down and all that. Like, man, you could really make all of this shit you see here, especially the shit that they own. Like, you can make all this shit like dirt cheap, and you would still probably make money off of it. Like, why the fuck is BioShock $20? I mean, why the fuck is Motocross? Okay, they lowered that, surprisingly. They didn't lower the other one. I saw that shit earlier. The motherfucker's like $30 still. Yeah, Reflex. Here we go. This shit's like fucking $30. Like, man, y'all can do better, man. Like, if you make this shit cheap, people are gonna buy more of this shit. And I mean, I don't know what else to say, bro. Like, Fight Night Champion, $20 for Fight Night Champion. Like, I don't know what else to say. I mean, I feel like they could make money off of this shit if they made everything like really cheap. I know for one, if they made everything on here like 25 cents, dude, I'm going fucking crazy on this shit. Like, realistically, Microsoft wouldn't be hurting at all if they made everything on this bitch free, but I know they're not gonna do that. But you know, man, it is what it is. Some people are being hypocritical because they attack Sony, but they're not attacking Microsoft. They're not attacking Xbox. And I mean, it is what it is. I'm just kind of disappointed in this last sale, man. Like, I mean, there was a few things that I did buy. Like, I bought a theme. I bought like a couple fucking Avatar things, and I bought a few games. I bought Dead Island. Alright, I bought Black, Dead Island, Riptide, Doritos, Crash Course, Harm's Way, Homefront, Metro 2033, NCAA Basketball, Most Wanted, Revelations 2, Red Faction Gorilla. I already had that. Street Fighter X Tekken, and I already had these two. So, I mean, there was some decent looking games for really cheap, and there are a lot of games that are on sale, but I just feel like they could have done better. And I feel like it's still fucking very hypocritical of them to even shut this shit down in the first place, because they're the ones that preach the fucking game preservation bullshit. I'm all for game preservation, but this isn't how you do it. We gotta hold Xbox accountable. And I mean, yeah, that's gonna do it for this video, guys. I'm gonna holler at y'all in the next one. Peace.